Good evening, everybody. My name is David Paul. I'm the chief meteorologist at KHOU 11 News in Houston. This is usually my better half.
Yes, easily.
My beautiful wife, Miranda. She is part of the Guild Volunteers at Covenant House Houston, and you guys have been working on a tremendous project all spring and all summer, collecting clothes and making a closet for the kids to use at Covenant House.
The pandemic has had a lot of challenges, but it's also offered us a lot of opportunities to help improve the lives of the residents of Covenant House, Texas. And so we've taken this advantage to put up shelves and put together a play area for the toddlers that the children of the residents. It's been really rewarding, and that's what brings us to this exciting night. We're so excited to begin the brightest night of the spring, the night of Covenant House Stars.
So look, tonight's live streaming gala will include so many of our favorite celebrities, from Academy Award winners and Grammy winners to the best morning anchors and late night hosts.
But most of all, we are looking forward to highlighting the true stars of this event, the resilient, brave, brilliant residents of Covenant House, Texas, who've come from a dark past and will surely go to a much brighter future.
And remember, look, this is about raising money for these kids. So the silent auction is open. Bids are coming in. Be sure to bid often and bid high. Forget about your wallet. Think about the change you're making in a young person's life who truly needs it. Your participation ensures that homeless youth have everything they need to heal, grow, and succeed.
And during this 20-minute pre-show, you're going to find out exactly why Covenant House, Texas continues to open its doors, hearts, and hands to thousands of young people each year. In fact, Covenant House, Texas is the only homeless shelter for children ages 18 to 24 in the state. It is because of this promise of a better tomorrow for these children that we truly deserve it. They truly deserve it. And we truly want to do everything we can to help them.
And as volunteers and donors, we've seen firsthand the strength of the kids that find their way to Covenant House. Every time we're on campus, which has been a lot the past 6-9 months, I meet another youth who touches my heart. They help me put up shelves. They're looking to help. They're capable. They just need a helping hand. This really encourages me in every way.
So when we hear these stories, it just gets us more excited about helping them, because we see that the fruits of our labors go to the kids directly. So we're going to talk about why this mission is so critical tonight. It's because every single one of their lives are important. Their success is our success, and our community of supporters is behind them. And you can join us doing that. We can move past the darkness of their past. We can make sure they have a successful future.
And some of y'all may remember back in February, the weather played a little role. We all experienced
tried to kill us.
It tried to take us out. Some of the coldest days in Houston history last February. Many of us experienced a loss of electricity, a loss of water, and so much of what we just take for granted every day.
Everything we take for granted was reminded to us in February when it was gone, right? So these kids, a lot of them, they have that experience year round. But Covenant House, Texas kept its doors open as a sanctuary for homeless youth the entire time. The staff were heroes. They stayed for days, many without basic needs, essentials of their own, but they stayed to protect the kids, make sure they were as comfortable as they could possibly make them.
So each day, Covenant House, Texas youth receive all their basic needs, but also medical care, job, education, guidance, and faith-based opportunities.
And every day the youth grow stronger and more confident as they prepare to navigate their own lives independently.
So now I'd like to introduce Leslie Bourne, the Executive Director of Covenant House, Texas, to tell us a little bit more.
Hello and welcome. I'm Leslie Bourne, Executive Director of Covenant House, Texas. Our mission is simple, but our work is extensive. We are a faith-based organization committed to giving homeless youth a safe haven, absolute respect, unconditional love, and a path to lasting independence. We also serve as the voice for homeless youth, advocating on their behalf, particularly during this health and economic crisis. For 38 years, we've offered shelter, medical care, comprehensive care, and guidance to every youth who comes through our doors. We also go into Houston neighborhoods and homeless encampments multiple times a week in our street outreach program. Thank you for joining us in supporting over 3,000 youth each year. Because of you, our services continue for young people experiencing and overcoming homelessness and human trafficking. Special thank you to our Night of Covenant House Stars sponsors, the John P. McGovern Foundation, Merrick with Susan and Mike Holland, UT Health, Hanover, Lock Lord, Bank of Texas, Phillips 66, Barbara Loratis, John Putnam, Trulux, Silverstone Events, and Beatty Watts. Enjoy your evening, and thank you again for your generous support. We will see you in person at the Wortham Theater event next year.
Leslie, you and your staff at Covenant House, Texas are true heroes. You are champions for the lives and the futures of the young people who live there. We are truly humbled to serve with you.
We really are. Thank you so much. So now we're going to hear from another community hero, Dr. Anthony Sutton, a local physician and successful business owner. This guy's story is amazing. His life is a true testimony to fortitude and faith. Let's listen into an inspiring interview he recently conducted with a few of the current Covenant House, Texas residents.
Okay, so it's Fabian and Victoria, is that right?
Yeah, but it's pronounced Fabian.
Fabian, okay, I got you. And Victoria?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, good. So how are you all doing?
Doing pretty good. I'm great.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm excited. I'm excited to meet you all. I'm honored to meet you all.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm actually from Houston. Where are you all from?
I'm from Houston as well, but I'm from Acres Home, Houston.
Okay, good.
I'm from Georgia.
Georgia, what part?
Statesboro, so all the way from Savannah.
Yeah, okay. Now what about you? Tell me a little bit about your journeys.
Basically, I ended up at the Covenant House after leaving home from turning 19. After I turned 19, I was assaulted by my best friend's parents. My mom was too sick to take care of me, and I'm adopted, by the way. So,
okay.
Moving forward, I've done the similar. I've slept under bridges. I've slept in friends' cars. I've house hopped, couch surfed, you name it. It's been hard, but what led me up to coming to the Covenant House was I was at wit's end. Like, I had nowhere to go. This was my last chance, like last shot. And they say the best for last, and I felt like this was the new beginning of a chapter that I was ready to start in my life.
So Victoria, what about you?
I was in a rough home situation. My mother's fiance, he was an alcoholic. He abused alcohol. Not knowing whether I was going to get to an argument or not, I had to jump in to defend my little brother at the time. It was always on edge. And
you know what? You know what's amazing is that even though we all came from different places, we don't come from real different stories. And I'm just, I'm proud of each one of you, because the fact that you're still here and you're still surviving and you're still pushing forward. And that's kind of how it was for me when I got there, because, for a long time, I was this guy, football player. You're not supposed to cry, do any of that. And so I'm thinking to myself, I grew up in an abusive, family, where my dad would abuse my mom. And when I tried to step in and protect her, he put a .38 caliber pistol to my head. And so that's how he gave me two options. He said, you can walk out or you can be carried out. And so for me, it wasn't an option. And I knew I wasn't going to give up. And just like you all, I can see that y'all are not giving up. Let me ask you this. What has been, the biggest lesson you've learned since you've been in Covenant House? Like, what is Covenant House? How has Covenant House assisted you on this journey of success, of going to where you need to go?
Whatever you put in this program is truly what you get out of it. So if you're giving your all, you're getting back your all. Everything you put in is reciprocated. We're the clients. We're the people that make this place, I guess, run when you really think about it. And even though everybody has an important job behind the scenes, like, they make sure that we can be the best people we possibly can be. But it's up to us to strive for greatness.
Girl, look at you. Oh my! I'm about to ready to say amen and start shouting. I like that. What about you, Victoria? What about you?
if you're serious about where you want to go in life, if you're serious about getting on your feet, they will help you get up on your feet. Now, you may not notice all the efforts that you may be putting in. However, when you turn around and you look, you be like, oh, wow, dang, I didn't know y'all was helping me like that,
Mhm.
And, that I keep telling youth all the time when they first get here, work with them and they'll work with you.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Look, look, 30 years from now, you all gonna be sitting on this other side of the seat.
I hope so.
Yes. Oh no, don't hope. Don't hope. No, you will. I guarantee you.
I appreciate
I
you for
appreciate
manifesting that into my life.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I always say, you know what? Soon as you step through those Covenant House doors, we all became family. So, and that's how I felt all my life. So even when I give back now, it's not like I'm giving back. It's like I'm just giving the family.
Right.
And so that is my philosophy. So, what's next for you all? Tell me what's in the future. What's your plans?
Getting back into school. I graduated early due to my mom being sick, so I had to get out of school. I didn't get to experience prom or my senior trip or like the football games. I really didn't have that in my life due to the fact that I had to step up around my household and go to work to make sure me and my mom could survive.
Mm-hmm.
So when I found out about the opportunity of being able to get back in school, even though it may not be the same as high school, what I'm really going to love is what I'm going for because I feel like it's my calling. I've decided to major in social work and minor in psychology.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Yeah.
And the next step for me is stability on my own, my independent stability. And one thing I love about being here is that when they say independent transitional living, they mean that. And they're teaching us more and more how to be independent. They don't come wake us up for work. They don't come give us our medicine. They don't hold our hands in life. And sometimes we don't need to be coddled, especially at this age. This is where between the age of 18 to 24, you feel at this age is where you feel like you either supposed to have it all together, but you too young to actually have it all together. But you feel too old not to.
All right, Victoria, what about you?
A lot of stuff I want to do. Cosmetology was one of those many things because that was something I've always been good at since I was a little girl. Another one is nursing because I do like to nurture people. I'm not going to lie. I'm a big nurturer. I can't front.
That's a good trait, though.
I know. And then another one was I want to start my own business too.
You both have just made my day. You really have. Because what I'm hearing from you, honestly, it's the same thing what I was saying over 30-something years ago. And that those dreams, like you talking about helping people, both of you have expressed helping people. And, you talked about having your own job and being a social worker and things like that. Is you stay focused on those goals, stay focused on those things that you want to do, and the resources will find you. Trust me.
We thank you for having the opportunity to be able to meet you, especially somebody who is a success story. We look up to you because that's what we want to be, a success story. And not just a success story for Covenant House, but for everybody, for ourselves.
That's right. That's right. Well, listen, I'm going to tell you, I'm excited. I'm excited about what you all are going to be doing. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing your time with me.
Okay, so once again, we're reminded why we're here and what we're doing tonight. It's because of bright and courageous young men and women like these, Houston stars like Dr. Sutton, who continue to pour their heart and minds into this community.
And one of the most fun things about the Night of Covenant House Stars is listening to the voices of the youth we serve. And of course, some of the most talented and exciting voices in stage, television, and silver screen. And Houston was certainly proud of 2018 semifinalist from America's Got Talent, finalist who was right here from Houston. I'm excited to introduce the untouchable vocals of Miss Christina Wells.
Hi, you guys, my name is Christina Wells and I am so excited to be here. You might recognize me from the TV show America's Got Talent. A few years ago I made it to the semifinals singing on the show. So, but long before I was on the stage singing for the world, I was singing on a little stage at Pasadena High School in Pasadena, Texas, outside of Houston, Texas. I grew up in Pasadena. I talk about it quite a bit. I'm half black, half white. And my mama raised me and my sister as a single mom in the South in the 70s. Wasn't an easy task, and she worked her fingers to the bone to provide for us. We were never homeless. I can never say that we didn't know where we were going to lay our head at night. And that's something that so many young people are unable to say right now. Covenant House, when they asked me to come on and speak and sing today, I was so honored because this organization provides transformative services in the moment of crisis. In the moment whenever these young people think that they're going to be homeless, or maybe they're already in a situation, Covenant House steps in and provides services like food, shelter, medical care, mental health, support to keep them off the streets and help them in the direction of independence. It's so crucial, especially after the year 2020. So many of us who have come to expect to live comfortably struggled. So can you imagine a young person without resources? A young person without family support? I'll tell you, when I was a young girl, I can remember being at a friend's house and they had this basket of magazines. And I remember looking at this basket of magazines and thinking, I want to be this rich one day, that I can have a basket full of magazines and they can just sit here. This is how rich I want to be. It's kind of funny now when you think about it. A basket of magazines doesn't make you wealthy. But to me, if you have that much extra money to buy magazines and not read them and put them in a basket, a lot of time has passed in my life since that moment. And I'm grateful to say now that I've been able to get my bachelor's degree, I'm a registered nurse, and I have a career that I can fall back on. But that happened because of opportunities, blessings, organizations, scholarships. I was lucky to get those opportunities. And right now, if you are watching this and you're a young person that's either been helped by Covenant House or will be helped by Covenant House, just know anything is possible. Anything that you can dream, you can make happen. You just have to reach out. You have to ask for help. You have to let people know how to support you. And Covenant House is here to do that. And if you're someone who's watching this video right now and you're thinking about supporting Covenant House, do it. Do it, and do it now. Because how many times in our lives do we get to say that we affect real change in other people's lives? How many times have you said, I want to donate to this, or I'm going to put a few dollars into this bucket, and you knew in your heart and in your head that 100% that money was going to affect change and help someone become successful, help someone stay off the street, help someone have something to eat, make sure that medical care was given, mental health was covered. And when you support Covenant House, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And that feels good. So do it. So I would like to sing a song for you. I love this song. I performed it on America's Got Talent. It was my favorite performance because of the message of the song. I am always looking for ways to change and grow. And so to our youth out there, I hope this inspires you. And to our donors and our future donors, I hope this reminds you. This is I'm Changing. Look at me. Look at me. I am changing, seeing everything so clear. I'm changing, and I'm gonna start right now, right here. I'm hoping to work it out, and I know
All right.
Wow, that is amazing. Thank you so much, Christina, for representing Houston so well and using your gifts to uplift others. That's got to get you excited about the way Covenant House is changing young lives every single day.
Okay, so now it's time to continue a spring gala tradition. We host the Covenant House Texas Gala every year.
Every year.
And watch as Covenant House Texas supporters pledge their support for a young person as they overcome homelessness.
And every single sponsorship will provide every single basic need, but also a complete continuum of care for a deserving young person in our community. A $3,000 sponsorship of hope gift will change the trajectory of a homeless or trafficked youth.
I mean,
To get to our goal tonight,
I just
we
can't
need you to make a contribution,
think
right?
of a better way to spend $3,000 is a lot of money. This is what it takes to do what Covenant House does, is save the trajectory of these homeless kids. So go to the website on the screen right now and join us in making a life-saving difference for a promising young person. Let's help Covenant House Texas meet the needs of homeless and trafficked youth on the streets of Texas.
And be sure to bid in that silent auction. Get those bids in. You could win the chance to sponsor a Christina Wells concert for the youth at Covenant House, Texas.
Wow. Okay, so every single sponsorship donation makes a huge impact. Donate now or give during the show, and be sure to indicate Covenant House, Texas.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the youth of Covenant House. It's time for the show to begin. Let's get the real talent on the screen here. So switch to YouTube or any of the other viewing channels now.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy supporting our night of Covenant House Texas stars.
Woo!